Hello and welcome to this video in which I'll be looking at a number of dreams I've had and what they may mean. Wouldn't it be cool if you could take over someone else's body, experience the world from their eyes? In a dream I had on the 6th of May 2020, I seemed to be playing a video game in which I was told by a lady that I needed to possess another person's body, also a female. I was given instructions on a piece of paper as how to do the possession, telling me which buttons to press. I must have followed instructions well, as I did indeed take over a woman's body in the dream. There are a number of ways to look at this dream. Firstly, when we play video games, we are essentially controlling someone else's body, even if virtual, and often of a different gender to our own. The dream, however, may be saying I need to consider other people's experiences, or I need to get in touch with my feminine side. Have you ever been dreaming and thought you woke up for real, only to realise that you had just had a dream inside another dream? A dream I had on 9th of May 2007 involved me being at a bank with my dad. However, he couldn't withdraw any money since the machine was faulty. An IBM technician suddenly appeared, but I had to alert him that there was water near the machine, which he acknowledged. I woke up and went over in my head what I had just dreamed while I searched for some paper in order to record the dream. It said I was actually still dreaming, which I would realise upon waking for real. A dream within a dream is supposed to be a sign of reassurance, like a safety net if you will, but I found that it can also help you remember a dream if you go over what you had just dreamed while still in the other dream. Hopefully, when you wake up for real, you'll be able to record both dreams, or however many you had. It's not just the little things that can enter our dreams, but also the effects of wider issues, as we have seen in the ongoing pandemic. The first COVID-inspired dream I had was very subtle and short, and I had it on the 14th of August 2020, in which a UPS driver delivered 2 very large sacks to my house. Upon seeing me, the driver stepped back from the door, and I struggled to get the bags indoors. Prior to the pandemic, delivery drivers would stay at your doorstep and get you to sign for your packages, but funny enough in real life at the time, when I received UPS packages 2 days before the dream, the UPS guy did not step back from the door and he wasn't wearing a face covering. As for the large bags in the dream, they could represent responsibilities or worries weighing me down. Dreams sometimes just appear to be combinations of different things, from memories from a while ago to more recently. I had a number of dreams on the 9th of March 2021, and in one of them I was playing Tomb Raider, but from Lara's point of view. Oddly, I had to find a large Santa Claus, who then asked to see my manager upon defeat. In another dream I was outside somewhere where it was raining, and I heard the Bee Gees song "And the Sun Will Shine," in which I heard the very appropriate line, "And the rain will fall, it falls for you." I looked up at the falling rain, but the rain didn't quite look realistic, as if computer generated, although the raindrops did fall in a 3D-like manner. The most likely reason for the dream involving Lara is thanks to a video I was working on at the time, Cyberpunk Mario 1.2, which features a more modern version of the original Tomb Raider, but from Lara's point of view. So you can imagine spending a lot of time editing the video triggered the dream. Supposedly, to dream of Santa Claus is to do with needing to be more generous, accepting, or forgiving. Technically, in the first Tomb Raider, Jacqueline Natzler would be Lara's manager, but the reference to a manager could be to do with my real-life work. Dreaming about raining symbolises forgiveness and grace, so similar to what we've already spoken about in regards to Santa Claus. Hearing music seemingly from nowhere in a dream is odd, but at least the choice of music was fitting and can be thought of in a positive way. I may have dreamed about the rain because, while working on the previously mentioned video, I was looking at Resident Evil Code Veronica videos, and I thought to myself how in the game the rain didn't look that good. Most video games have various types of danger, which can cause the player character to lose a life or for the game to end. However, in a dream I had on the 22nd August 2020, I was playing what looked to be a classic 2D Sonic game, But as I progressed through the level, it became clear that Sonic couldn't die, thanks to various forms of help. For example, if Sonic ended up in water, there would be a spring that would get him out of water just before he drowned. The dream reminds me of how in dreams we tend not to come to harm, so perhaps video game characters in dreams can also have that privilege. I wonder if Sonic's apparent immortality in the dream is representative of how the Sonic franchise keeps going, or even my continued interest in the games. Another possible reason for the dream is because I was watching the day before the dream a Game Hut YouTube video in which John explains how the Sonic and Knuckles lock-on technology works. I want to talk about an unusual but very vivid type of dream that I have infrequently that requires you to be very tired and about to drift off and enter a really light sleep at the start of your sleep cycle, in which you can be woken really easily. There may be images which seem very lifelike, as if I was really there, or I'll just hear a voice which sounds so real it's like it's from someone next to me. An example of such an experience was during the night for the 10th of January 2012 when I was falling asleep and I heard the voice of a female friend saying, "Lovely, aren't they, James?" And then I woke up, thinking how lifelike the voice had sound. The likely reason for the dream, if you can call it that, was because I had been with a friend the previous day in a clothes shop, during which she had said something similar. Thanks for watching. Please let me know of any unusual dreams you've had, or any questions you may have. Bye for now. Bye.